with Double T Sports, and this is my weekly pick'ems. I didn't put it on video last week, but I'm gonna get back to putting it on video every week. And Bill's Mafia, the bet is on for a hat. If you're willing to accept the bet, it's the only one. I don't want no water poured on, milk poured on my head, nothing like that. Or I don't want you to have to do that. Eggs. Let's do a hat bet. Let's do a hat bet. I'd like to have a nice new Miami Dolphins hat. Instead of my wife buying me one, I'd like for you to buy me one, sir. And it don't have to be no expensive one. You know, around $20, $25 range. That'd be good to me. I'm just going to hang it up with your signature on it anyway after you lose. So, I just want your autograph right back here after you lose. I got that from the great Duke Bothers. That's a little how he gets some hat collections. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, this is my pick'ems for week 3. First of all, we got the Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. -4.5. Cleveland -4.5. I'm picking the Steelers. 2, we got the Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo Bills. With Mike McDaniels as the guru. Everything the defense thinks they know, he does the opposite. That's how they're winning games. That's how they're confusing the defense. Everything that the quarterback thinks they know, he shows them to do it differently, and it's better. And I've got a whole different perspective on football now. Watching all the videos I've been watching, all the breakdowns, and all the players that have been showing specifics on the games and how Tua's doing it, how the line's doing it, how Tyreek Hill is not being underthrown. I mean, Tua's not underthrowing him. Tyreek Hill just so fast. In the combine, they have 20 yards. They go about 10 and 20. You start out with that burst of 10 yards, then your acceleration is at the 20. Okay, and he's got 22 miles an hour, 22.7 miles an hour and 20 yards. Okay, that's how they break it down at the combine. And by the time that ball snapped, you got to think Tyreek Hill's 20 yards up. So that's that cornerback, say for the Ravens. He has to step back 5 yards when he usually up there 5 yards, then starts running back. He has to give himself an extra 5 yards to Tyreek Hill, and then still Tyreek Hill's running past him. So is Waddle. So by the time Tua throws it in this area, Tyreek Hill has to come to that area. Not throwing it to Tyreek Hill, throwing it to an area. I've learned this watching videos. I've studied it. That's what he's doing. It looks like he's underthrowing Tyreek Hill. He's not. He's throwing it to an area, and the right receiver is going to the ball. Okay? Let's get that under control now. I'm tired of some of these people thinking they know it all. I don't know it all, but I've learned what I've learned this week. And he's not underthrowing him. He might have to do a jab step to turn around and catch the ball there to keep going. But as fast as he is, you can't throw it in his chest every time. It's just not going to happen. And nobody can prove me different. I've seen the videos. I've watched one play 10 times. It's an area that Tua's throwing in. That's the way Mike McDaniels is teaching him to be a better quarterback. Throwing it to an area, let the receiver go to the ball instead of throwing it to the receiver. That's the way Mike McDaniels breaks it all down. And I'm not trying to sell y'all on Mike McDaniels or Tua. I'm just explaining something because it's my video. And I can, right? Don't listen. It don't matter to me. I'm going to do it anyway. Thank you. Anyway, Mike McDaniels breaks it down. That's why he's been at this almost 16 years. Breaking down the offense, breaking down each player, breaking down each move, each step to making it better and different. everything that the defense thinks they know what the offense is going to do, he's doing it differently so they can confuse the defense. And that's how the receiver gets open about every time. We're going with the Steelers, the Dolphins. Game 3, we're going with the Jets over the Bengals. I'm going with the Titans over the Raiders. That's Tennessee +2. I'm going with the Saints. I got this one out of order here. Over the Panthers, because the Panthers is no good. They're probably the worst team in the NFL. Them and the Colts. Panthers, Carolina +3. So I'm going with the Saints. I'm going with the Patriots over the Ravens. I believe the Patriots will pull one out this weekend. I think Bill Belichick's not going to let the Ravens beat them after the Dolphins done beat them. I'm going with the Lions over Minnesota. Kirk Cousins has not got it together. Once he does, he might do better. But right now, it's Minnesota -6. Wow. I'm taking the Lions. We got the Washington Redskins versus Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles. They look good. Jalen Hurts looks good. He's throwing the ball now. He's coming up, man. They're giving him a chance. Wentz was their problem. Carson Wentz was the problem. Now that he's out of the way and Jalen Hurts can step in there, he's just got it going on. He's got an arm, too. Jalen Hurts has got an arm. Don't be surprised if he's number 3, 4 in the quarterback passing ratings 40 years up. So we're taking the Eagles. And, of course, we're taking the over the Colts. It's going to be a blowout game, I'd say. The Indianapolis Colts against Kansas City Chiefs. We are taking the Chiefs. All right, next game. Here we go again. Let's see, where's it at? We got the Chicago Bears versus the Houston Texans. In a way, this was a hard game for me. I was going to take the Texans because I believe they're ready to pull one out. I believe the Bears are going to take this one. Justin Fields and his team, I believe they'll pull it out big time by 2 touchdowns. It's Chicago -3. I believe they'll pull it out more than that for sure. We got the Chargers against the Jaguars. God, there's another worse team. Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what's up with that, but and Herbert's hurt. If he plays, let's see. Let's see if he plays or not. Either way, Chargers pull it out. We got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams. This one was a hard one, but I'm going to take Arizona plus the 3.5. I'm not betting, I'm just saying the line. It's Arizona plus 3.5. Over and under is -10, 110, I think. Anyway, it's plus 3.5. Arizona plus 3.5. I'm taking the Cardinals over the Rams. And it's unusual because I wanted the Rams, but the Cardinals are going to... Kyler Murray's getting it together. When Kyler Murray gets together, the highest paying quarterback in the NFL, he's going to pull some wins out of his hat. And we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Green Bay Packers. They got Tampa Bay -1.5. It's a hard game because I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm picking the Bucs, but I wanted the Packers. I just had a feeling this is going to be a tough-ass game, Aaron Rodgers. Better turn that hat around. It's going to be a tough one. You got Aaron Rodgers Tuesday on Pat McAfee's show. If y'all want to listen to Aaron Rodgers every Tuesday, Aaron Rodgers is on the Pat McAfee Show every Tuesday. Starts around noon, 1 o'clock. Pat McAfee Show. We're going with the Bucs. Next one is a weird game. I just don't think. We got the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. I wanted to take the Seahawks. I just don't think you're going to win. Falcons are 0-2. That game just obliviated. It should. I don't know what to say. That game is going to be weird. I'm taking the Falcons over the Seahawks. They got the Seahawks -2. But I'm taking the Seahawks. The Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons. Let's go. I'm taking the 49ers over the Denver Broncos. I like the Denver Broncos, but I think Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers with Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance should be in there, but we won't see that boy till next year. Garoppolo's a decent quarterback, at best a backup, and that's what he's going to be doing, a backup. And he better do a fine job because it's going to be tough, but I'm picking the 49ers. Next and final game. The Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. I got so much on me on this one. I do like the Cowboys. My brother, he loves the Cowboys like I do the Dolphins. He was raised up with the Dolphins. The Cowboys. I was raised up a Dolphins fan and a Cowboys fan, but I picked the Dolphins ever since I was knee high. I always had the Dolphins, no matter what. Larry Zonka, Bob Greasy, Earl Morrell, Larry Zonka. I always picked the Dolphins. Dan Marino, watched him for 16 years. Never won a Super Bowl. They got the New York Giants -2, and I'm taking the Giants. Taking the Giants. I believe Saquon Barkley gets to running. They're not going to be able to control him, even though the Cowboys think they got it together. And Cooper Rush is a pretty good quarterback. He looked better than Dak Prescott did. And he come out of the practice squad. That's his second time playing, I think, since Dak was hurt a year or so ago. Anyway, picking the Giants. And yes, that's my picks for week 3 of the 2022 NFL season. And a bet to boot. Want that autograph right across there. Bill's Mafia with a new Dolphins hat. You can get all orange or you get the mixed color. And Dolphins hat. It's going to look good with this Jesus is a volunteer. Jesus is a Tennessee volunteer, baby. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. God loves you, so do I. Peace.